To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
Hi, we're here on the sidelines of the Business Today MPW event, and I have with me a very special guest, Dr. Priya Abraham of ICMR. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us here on Business Today. I'd like to start off by asking you, since we're talking so much about breaking the bias, and this is Women's Month, you've been tuned into some of our panels. Do you think that there are particular glass ceilings out there which need to be broken, and even in the medical fraternity? Is there that problem of representation which needs to be fixed?
I think in every arena, there is to start with the glass ceiling. But we do see that, not just in medicine, but in science, women are slowly breaking through that glass ceiling. I'll speak about my own institute, and I don't know whether you know, we did a lot for COVID. And 60% of the highly skilled scientists who made phenomenal contributions were women. And ICMR, which is the larger organization I belong to, it comprises 27 institutes under it, 10 of which are headed by women directors. That makes it 37%. So that's not too bad. And I think, with time, we're going to almost hit 50% the way we are going, because the women directors have done quite well. So I think it also depends on the leadership on top, like the Secretary General. I think he invests a lot in women. He believes that, women will deliver. So, but I hope it will not be person-centric, but it will be a slow upward climb.
And of course, we know all that ICMR has done, through the course of this pandemic. And there have been so many surveys and findings that have helped us a lot. We're here today, here in Mumbai, no masks on. We're trying to maintain as much distance as possible. But is it safe to say, because as the world resumes with normalcy, is it safe to say that the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic is over?
Frankly, I would be very cautious to say that. I'm personally not very happy. I've got my mask in my hand.
Me too.
I'm not very happy not wearing my mask. It's become a culture, last 2+ years. I think in India, it's on an ebb now. But we do see that in Hong Kong and China, they are having the fourth wave. So I think that, we shouldn't become complacent. We should actually try to be careful, at least sit in open spaces, keep that distancing to, minimize the chances of, transmission if it's going to break out again. We shouldn't really let down our guard, is my thought.
Fair enough, ma'am. Also, in terms of, India and its vaccine resources and the amount of production that's been happening out of India, there's been a mixed bag of responses in terms of how much of that is actually coming to the Indian population. And now when we're thinking of vaccinating, children as well. So these are questions that are often asked. But one cannot doubt our production capabilities, because I think that's something that we're all very proud about and hope to build on in the future. What is stopping India, and I'm going to make this a large arching question, from becoming a vaccine superpower?
In a sense, India is already a vaccine superpower. If you look at the Serum Institute of India, it provides 60% of childhood vaccination to the world. The childhood vaccinations that... And India surely can, ramp up, because now we have more players coming into the game. There's Serum Institute of India that's coming out with yet another vaccine, came out already. Then we have Genovia, again an Indian firm. We also have e-biologicals, which is, all these have just gained, have gone up to regulatory authorities and gained, the permission to go into production. So I think the future looks very positive for India. And I think, we always compare ourselves with the more developed countries where they had Pfizer and Moderna, etc. to start off with. Think of our population and the diversity and the challenges and the complexities. Despite that, I think our vaccination drive has been good. But having said that, we should be able to improve on it even more.
Since you mentioned it, this whole conversation about Pfizer, Moderna, and then a lot of Indians who were fortunate enough or were privileged enough to catch a flight and get one of these vaccines, Was too much made out of it in the media and social media? I mean, at the end of the day, we've managed some fantastic vaccine coverage numbers. Touch wood, we are all here. The vaccine seems to be working. The ones that are available to us, Covishield and Covaxin. But so much was spoken about on social media. I cover technology, and I'd like to get your take on it. Do you think sometimes social media and all the chatter over there was counterproductive when it came to, well, vaccine awareness?
I do think that did had a role to play. It sort of got people into a panic. Will my adolescent get vaccinated? Will somebody under 45 earlier on get vaccinated? So people, the affluent, were able to travel overseas and take the vaccine. I think it was a bit of hype. But then at the same time, we know because of our numbers, our rate of overall coverage will be at that pace. But despite that, I would again say, I think we've done wonderfully.
Absolutely. There's no doubt that we've done wonderfully. Since we were talking about India already being a vaccine superpower, how far are we from really finding a vaccine for dengue? Is research really advanced in that front?
Right now, I think there are 2 dengue trials that ICMR is involved with. It has been, a scourge for a long time. It affects several millions of people around the world, and I think it gets less attention than it should. So I think that should be the next target.
Absolutely, ma'am. Just since we are here at the MPW event and it is Women's Month, is there any message that you have for many of the young folk who actually look at you and your journey and look at you as a role model? Any particular message for some of our young viewers and audience as well?
So in this day and age, youngsters tend to gravitate towards the IT discipline because it's quick and fast, they earn well, and they're independent very soon. Science and medicine is a long crawl. But I think this pandemic has brought out what science can do. We have made vaccines in less than a year, where it took 10 years to have a vaccine license. And also what women in science have been able to do, even right up to the World Health Organization, down to our own country. I think women have made a difference. They may not be a majority, but if you have made a difference where you are, numbers may not always count, but have you made a difference? And yes, they have.
That's a fantastic note to actually end this conversation on. Thank you so much. More power to you, and keep doing the wonderful work that you're doing with ICMR as well.
Thank you very much.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.